Mr. Sindel.
Yes.
Can I go get my paper?
Oh,
Yeah, you can get your paper, but I do have
you need to do work.
Well, I'm gonna get my paper.
All right, so welcome to our first geometry lesson on Zoom. This is lesson 6-9, graphing circles from standard equations. Today's date is Thursday, March 16th, 2000, or March 19th. What is going on? Teacher mistake. But I caught it. Aha, I get the point. March 19th, 2000.
No, I caught it.
It's really bad because I like to do quiet raise hands, but I don't really. You guys have the ability to raise your hand, not with your camera, but like in the nonverbal feedback. Is there a raise your hand button?
Not
Yes,
that I
sir.
see. Where would it be, Mr. Cinder?
I
can just do it on my computer.
If anyone can try to do that, that'd be super cool. Oh, yep. So Gunnar has his hand up. Nice. See if you guys can.
For the objective.
Nonverbal feedback.
Can I read the objective now?
Yes, you can read the objective.
Like right now, or am I waiting?
Go for it right now.
Get up, please. Close the door. Graph a circle with standard equation of the form x minus h squared plus y minus k squared equals r squared.
Perfect. Thank you. And everyone can please try raising their hand in Zoom, not in your cameras, but like the nonverbal feedback that you can click on. So try raising your hand. I need everyone to try raising their hand. So it's not requesting remote control. Try raising your hand. Gunnar, how did you raise your hand? Can you instruct the rest of us? Gunnar, how did you raise your hand in Zoom? Can you tell all of us? I don't have the same client that you guys have.
You press on participants, and then there's a raise hand button, a yes button, a no button, a go slower button, and a go faster button.
Cool. I see.
And then there's like a reaction button.
Raise your hand.
Like need a break.
Cool. Yeah. So click on participants, guys. Try raising your hand.
Out.
Get out.
Close the door, please.
So that's how
Get
you
Get out. Get out. Yeah.
All right, cool. And then please put your hand back down, and I can.
What? Stop looking at me. Are you wearing a suit and tie?
All right, so let's continue on. The equation of a circle, you guys have seen this before, but H affects how much you're going to move left or right. So if I have because I have a negative here, it kind of switches things around. But generally speaking, if I have a positive, that means I'm going to be moving left. If I have a negative, that means I'm going to be moving right. And similarly for K, if I have a negative, you'd think it's up, but it's actually down. And if I have a positive, that means I'm going up for the value of K. And then R, make sure that we square root R, square root to get radius. All right, so our center, is there a quiet raised hand that wants to, if this is my equation for my circle, what is my center? It's something comma something. Do we remember what it is? Something comma something. Quiet raised hand with your nonverbal feedback. If you click on participants, you can raise your hand. Sorry, Gunnar, you got the last one. Anyone else know where the center is? Only Gunnar has a quiet raised hand so far. Anyone else? The quiet raised hand. Yeah, Jose, go for it.
Is it 0, 0?
It is 0, 0 if H and K are 0. But in general, if I have H and K, my center should be what using values of H and K?
I don't know.
Okay, I'll give it to you. It's h comma k.
Oh,
Assuming that we're switching the signs correctly, because it was a negative and now it's a positive. It was a negative and now it's a positive. So you always have to switch them. Cool. All right, and then what is the radius? Really easy answer here with the quiet raised hand. Quiet raised hand. Raise your hand if you know what the radius is. Go for it, Gunnar.
X comma Y.
No, it's just this guy.
Oh, R.
Just R.
Oh, yeah.
Radius is R. All right. So let's try graphing this thing. So I need, funny. I need someone to tell me what is the center of this circle down here. For example, 1. Again, you have to switch this and switch this for the X and Y coordinate. Again, I need the X and Y coordinate of this circle. So Gunnar has his hand up. I need more hands, more hands. Please, more hands. What is the center of the circle? Just switch this, switch this. This is the X coordinate. This is the Y coordinate of the center. Just switch the 1, switch the -2. I'm going to cold call. Yes, Monse.
-1 and +2.
There it is. Yeah, you switch them. So I go -1, -1 and +2. So this is our center. Thank you, Monse. Again, we switch this to a -1. We switch this to a +2. This is our, +2. And then this is our X coordinate, our Y coordinate. We have our center. Okay, another quiet raised hand. What is the radius of our circle according to this equation? What is the radius? Yeah, Josie.
36.
So you have to square root that.
Oh, wait, sorry.
So it's the square root of 36. What times what? What times itself is 36?
6.
There it is. So the radius is 6. We have all the pieces now. We know the center. And then I'm going to go right 6 from the center, up 6 from the center, left 6 from the center, down 6 from the center, and that will be the circle. So I'm going to go right 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and get to 5. Another way of thinking about this is I have an X coordinate of -1. So if I go another -6, I should be left at -7. I can come up here to -7 and make a point. Similarly, in terms of the Y coordinates, I can have a Y coordinate of 2. If I go up 6, 2 plus 6 is 8. So I don't even need to count squares. I just come up to 8. And 2 minus 6 is -4. So I can come down to the Y coordinate -4 and put a dot right underneath. And those are the coordinates of my circle. And then I do my best attempt at drawing a circle. I know that's one of the hardest pieces when we're doing this by hand. Luckily, I have technology, so it makes it a little bit easier. There's my circle. And we're done. That's all we're doing on Khan Academy. They're going to give you an equation like this, and you need to drag its center to the correct spot. That's your first step. And then your second step is drag out 1 point. You don't need to do all 4, just 1 point out to the correct distance, and done. All right, I'm going to pause here for maybe 30 seconds, and then I'm going to move on to example 2, and then you can do the homework. All right, I'm moving on to the next problem. Example number 2. All right, so our new equation, let's zoom in here. I need to figure out what the center of this circle is. So a quiet raised hand from someone that has never participated yet. We have a lot of you that have not participated yet. So actually, Monte, Jose, or Gunnar. You guys can still raise your hands. I'm just not going to call on you. I just want to see how many people know what is the center of this circle. Thank you, Gunnar. I'm going to wait for someone new. What is the center of the circle? And if you know it, just go ahead and graph it. If you know the radius, go ahead and graph the entire circle and then just begin on the homework early. What is the center of this circle? Center of the circle. Raise your hand if you know it. Yeah, Julian.
It's positive 7, negative 4, or yeah.
7, negative 4. There it is. So we're going to go positive 7 in the x, negative 4 in the y. So positive 7, I'm right here, and I go negative 4 down 1, 2, 3, 4. And Julian has graphed our center. All right, thank you, Julian. All right, so we've graphed our center. Next thing is I need to graph the radius. So with a quiet raised hand, what is the radius? Andres, yeah.
It's 2.
2, yeah, because you take the square root of 4, so the radius is equal to 2. So we come down here and we say, I'm going to go up 2, left 2, right 2. So up 2, right there. Left 2, right there. Down 2, right 2. And then I make a circle. And we're done.
So that's cheating.
Here's your circle.
So do you like my suit?
Do I like your what?
My suit.
You look really fly, like on there. That's so cool.
Should I wear it to the school more often?
That's his casual outfit, Mr.
Yeah,
Cinder.
just like casual, you know. Yeah.
Cool.
I be bougie.
Julian, you bad and bougie.
Julian, check the background.
All right, so this is going to be due tomorrow at 8:40.
So we're done with the lesson?
Lesson is over. That's it. Yeah, we got nothing underneath this.
Are we gonna do the random event?
But yeah.
Yeah, we all did the benchmark on time, so we should get a reward.
All of you. One of you did not, but I still think it's 70%.
Well, most
Yeah, it's
of us
over
did.
70%. Yeah.
Okay.